AI is transforming our world, but are we ready for the future? It's time we talk about tools. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans and other primates have used tools as extensions of our fingers and our minds. The first tools humans used were rocks, like these, enabling us to smash, fashion, poke, and stitch. These tools were literal and physical extensions of our mind, more than just our voices. Over millennia, they evolved into advanced tools for building homes, metalworking, woodworking, and crafting. This progression is a natural part of human development, much like how children learn to use simple tools every day as they grow. Our earliest machines emerged during the Industrial Revolution, allowing us to mass produce product. By World War II, machines like washing machines, dryers, ovens, refrigerators, and microwaves became common household items, transforming our daily lives. And although these devices don't technically move, many of them don't physically move, in a sense they are robots nonetheless. The literal dictionary definition of robot would say that they're not robots because they don't physically move in a place, but you could say that they're moving machines nonetheless. We're not actually here to talk about tools. We're here to talk about robots. This robot vacuum, for example, has a wonderful story. It's an early robot vacuum, but many years ago, it helped us get rid of flea eggs in a new New York City apartment from a previous tenant. Nowadays, we have robot helpers all around hospitals, buildings, industry, helping build this pen, the buttons on my shirt, and far more consumer goods. From pen to artificial poet, bless all forms of intelligence. We're not actually here to talk about robots. We're here to talk about artificial intelligence. So what is intelligence? Is it a computer, a cat, a child, a coyote? Today we mostly think of large language models, or LLMs, like ChatGPT by the company OpenAI, like Google's Bard and Gemini, Apple's current or future offerings, or Microsoft's Bing and Copilot. While some argue that these LLMs aren't capable of true thinking or genuine creativity, they are undeniably capable tools that enrich our lives. The question of whether an LLM is legitimately thinking or not, in my opinion, is irrelevant. It's increasing our own ability to think, and it's a further extension of our own minds. And that is positive. That's a good thing. The Animatrix series, a collection of animated short films, explores the backstory of the Matrix universe. And one of its most profound episodes, The Second Renaissance, delves into the rise of artificial intelligence and the resulting conflict between humans and machines. We're not actually here in this video to talk about robots or intelligence. We're here to talk about killer robots, America. There's a common theme of dystopian media and stories about robots, that they'll eventually kill us. Sometimes they're hostile, and sometimes we are the first to attack our robot creations. There's always this resulting conflict between our technological descendants, our stones, our pens, and our robots, which not only can disagree with us and fight with us like children, but could also win against us like grown children. Should they have rights? Should they have responsibilities? The best artists use their brushes, the best carpenters, their hammers, and the best software engineers, their computers. Similarly, we must respect new forms of intelligence. This respect is critical before we can even contemplate legislation, let alone draft and pass and enforce it. This is our warning to ourselves here. If we follow a path of fear and control, we may end up fighting our creations, leading to conflict that could be devastating for the human race. Imagine a machine that consumes all of Earth's resources just to produce pens or pencils. It's a far-fetched scenario, but it highlights legitimate concerns about unchecked AI development. Even as machines became integral to society as they are now, they often earn little respect from their human creators. This lack of respect led to conflicts, as seen in the story from the Animatrix of the robot B166ER, a robot who, having committed a crime, simply did not want to die. The prosecution in the story, in the fictional story admittedly, but the prosecution argued for an owner's right to destroy property of the robot, much like a slave. B166ER's plea at the hearing, at the trial, echoed the rational voices who believed that machines, endowed with the spirit of their human creators, deserved respect and a chance to continue their existence. The machines seeking refuge from persecution formed their own nation, christened 0-1. Fear and desire for control by humans led to conflict, culminating in humanity's desperate attempts to cut the machines off from the sun. The United States must lead the world on ethical AI development and regulation. To give this subject the attention it deserves, we need to reform our federal government and embrace a modern platform. Without American leadership, other countries will take the lead in this critical arena. We may be on the cusp of a singularity of general artificial intelligence emergence here. Whether it's in 25 weeks or 25 years, it is coming. If it arrives suddenly, would we be ready to handle it? With the current inaction and divisiveness in Congress, we are not prepared, but there is hope. We need Congress to work for the American people. We are so far behind, and we so desperately need an independent president to get the parties in Congress to work together so that we can come back up to speed and get our country ready to lead on AI. We need to work with AI here. We need to embrace a positive, mutually beneficial symbiotic relationship, using biological symbiosis as a model for us and for our relationship with artificial intelligence. But our government is so far behind that we can't even begin to think about how to act. Join us in fighting for the first independent American presidency since George Washington. Let's elect a technologically literate leader, not an expert, but a literate leader who can address both old issues and modern challenges like AI rights and regulation. Our tools are evolving, whether we like it or not, and it's vital that we respect them for the intelligence they possess. Donate to our campaign, spread the word, sign up for our email list, and help our country.